I drove from Los Angeles to Palm Springs, and when I got there, I was blown away. Supersized windmills have become iconic to the desert area, and on this day, they were topping 40 miles an hour. My impression of Palm Springs is that it's composed of two areas. There's Old Palm and New Palm. Old Palm's very retro with plenty to gape at, quirky motels, housing styles, even the honeymoon haven of Elvis and Priscilla Presley. While very 50s, it proves Elvis wasn't a square. And it's all beautifully framed by majestic mountain ranges and what else? Palm trees. But don't be fooled, there's plenty of cash in both areas. I saw a lot of this green by air, hot air. I'm enough of a wuss to admit being afraid of great heights, but it was a calm day, a beautiful morning, and unless your acrophobia makes you a real basket case, floating above the palms is exhilarating.
It's the only way to see the valley. I mean, look, it's like, you can see everything. It's like flying in a convertible. You got the top down, the windows are down, you got all the smells and see and hear everything.
It's also fascinating and a little unnerving to see how the San Andreas Fault has actually made straight roads crooked.
The earth moves about 1.5 inches a year out here, so it's pretty incredible. And you guys just saw how crooked the roads were. Matter of fact, there's one right there.
So don't build your dream home there. Brushing the tops of countless acres of date palms, this is the date capital of America, put dates in my mind. And a toast celebrating our successful voyage wasn't enough to satisfy my craving. Well, if you want to find the busiest place in Palm Springs, it's right here at Shields Date Shake. Despite the long line, Shields has perfected a production method to handle the demand quickly. And my verdict?
Date shake, good.
Palm Springs was built on celebrity. Even back when LA wasn't overrun and overpaid, the star set needed a nearby getaway of sun and fun. As a little kid, I watched a TV program that I can remember nothing about, except that it was set in Palm Springs at the Charlie Farrell Racquet Club. This was the hangout for the celebrity lifestyle, especially emerging TV stars like Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball. While not unchallenged, the Racquet Club claims to have given birth to the Bloody Mary. I can buy this because having a morning bracer to recover from wild parties makes a lot of sense to me. Palm Springs does come with its share of strange sights and services. Wild hairdos, for instance, like the Dolly Dillard Diva I saw, and more valet parking at restaurants than I've ever seen in my life. In fact, my guess is that here it's mandatory. I went to a McDonald's and thought I was in the drive-through window line until a guy asked for my keys and gave me a claim check. And I discovered what the most popular sport is: shopping. From countless standard shopping centers to countless vendors' booths in street fairs where the entire spectrum of wares is on display, the only one must-see attraction for any serious shopper is the El Paso district, even if the only thing you want to do is drool. Original artwork adorns and elevates it to star status. Like Cher, El Paso doesn't need street, avenue, or drive attached to its name, just El Paso. So take that, Rodeo Drive. And unlike LA, parking is plentiful with little mini courtesy cars to chauffeur you around for free. I'm an odd member of the Golf Road Warriors team because my orientation is television rather than print. Like in college, on the track team, my events were the discus and hammer. Most of the team were runners, but outside of being on the same side, we're really different animals. And outside our common interest of golfing and being pampered, their interests were strange and, frankly, uncontrollable. John Stern and Jay Stuhler were seduced by pre-disco dancing. The twist, I believe. Peter Kessler went totally wild with a native dancing binge. The group's ringleader, Jeff Wallach, succumbed to the star treatment, a full makeover, even trimming his menacing mange of eyebrow and nasal hair. This isn't unexpected because nowhere are the signs of celebrity more visible than in Palm Springs. Literally, movie and TV stars, singers, even presidents. Okay, so what if it's by a bank? Are immortalized in paths of glory. Over 100 golf courses reside in the Palm Springs area, more courses per person than any other metro area in the United States. Of course, you need to keep in mind a lot are private or pricey, but with a little research, you can find courses that are a fit for your budget and taste. The Visitors and Convention Bureau at palmspringsusa.com is a good starting point to check out. Unlike many of the desert courses in Arizona, there are fewer water restrictions here. You'll find a decent amount of rough between the fairway and the desert, so while difficult, they are more forgiving. There are plenty of high-end public courses like Silver Rock, which has hosted the Bob Hope Desert Classic, or Indian Wells, which has hosted the Skins game on its celebrity course, as well as the Big Break competition, which also used the beautiful and challenging sister layout, the Players Course. Both courses were redesigned from the ground up, and you'll find that in Palm Springs, almost every top-tier course is in pristine condition. And there is an emphasis on beauty emblazoned in almost every course design, so make sure you take the time to smell the flowers. But I don't suggest doing this with the cactus.